Today, I will take a sketch and try out a few different orchestrations. If you want to see how I created this sketch using only 2 intervals, you can check the link somewhere above here or in the description below. Let's roll. Here's the sketch. We are going to explore 3 different orchestrations. Big thanks to Marc Bercovitz, who did the orchestrations. He's a good friend and an amazing composer who knows interval theory inside out. Let's start with the first version. So you can still hear that it is kind of neutral, but the presentation is very light and friendly, and it definitely connects to some emotions or pictures even that you might have in mind. In the second orchestration, the music becomes a bit richer and more mature. And just a quick reminder, we are still working with the exact same sketch. I want to point out, on the first page, we made an addition to the sketch. And you can now see this red line. So we changed the number of parts in the sketch. And that is a wonderful takeaway if you wrote a sketch already. Why not extract a portion out of your sketch and use that as your new seed material for a new composition? Or you can add stuff around it. In fact, we will add even more in the third pass. But now we just needed to have a little bit more stuff to work with, because this second piece here cranks up the energy a little bit and brings in some more movement. That is happening right here. So we are bringing in these notes. This one here, the E flat, we've heard it before in the first development. Then we have the D, the C, and the F. In the second part right here, just the B flat that ends the line down there. The rest is all the sketch verbatim. And you also spot that the time signature has changed. Well, this is for the additional ending. And these are the parts that you have freedom over. If you are the author, you can do whatever you want. And if you think that it feels right to this composition and it enhances the composition, please do it. And we are not done yet. There's one more orchestration to go. This one's more energetic and shows a more aggressive version of the sketch. Let's check it out. This definitely is more energetic. I think everybody would agree. Now, again, let me show you what is happening in the sketch, because now we go into the nature of the intervals. And a one interval wants to expand. It doesn't want to stay a one interval. And one of the very nice techniques that you can apply is simply add a few of those ones to some of the voices. And if you do, you create tension in that spot. And if you do it often enough, meaning throughout the whole line right here, it will become a consistent element in your sketch. Which means if you only did it for the first bar and then you return to your neutral 2+5, this might sound confusing to your audience. You want to give the audience a bit of time to really dive into the sonic universe that you want to create. What I want to show you also real quick is the whole thing without the percussion, because you immediately realize, okay, that is actually a bit thin. And now that we have heard this piece, try to whistle any of that. I bet you can't. And the reason why is it's not based on strong melodies. All of the writing here, these quick moving lines, they are not designed to be a great theme. In the first two pieces, we actually had themes. And this is stuff that you will remember. Right here, what you will remember is the energy. Just the stuff that pushes you forward. And this is interesting because who would have thought that we can tweak and push the same sketch into all of these different emotional directions? What I like the most is that you don't have to come up with something new for every piece or even every bar. And here is what I really want you to remember. Save your sketches. Don't throw them away. If you take just one thing from this session today, let it be that. And if you have never sketched before, now is the time to start. And you might be thinking, Frank, I don't need sketches. I just go straight into my development and wing it. And sure, that might work for 1 or 2 pieces, but for 10 or 20? Well, if you want to put out music consistently, it's important to build an infrastructure you can rely on, even if you're feeling under the weather, let's say. The key is, once you've built a collection of sketches, your workflow becomes much faster and easier. I hope you enjoyed today's deep dive, and if you found these composition insights helpful, you will absolutely love what I share with the Interval community over on the School platform. You can find more details in the description below. Well, that's it for today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.